Hello and welcome to a live stream from the Tom Thumb Theatre. This is a special stream with Pie Factory Music called Revival. We're very privileged to be working with Pie Factory Music at the Tom Thumb Theatre. We pride ourselves on being a springboard for new artists and a platform, but if nowhere is supporting those new artists and they don't get as far as us, and Pie Factory Music is doing a brilliant project called Emerging Artists, and this is 5 new very talented artists from the Thanet area coming through that project, and they've chosen to call it Revival because we're getting close now to bringing music back to venues and to be having live music. So this is kind of a celebration of getting closer to that and celebrating some new talent and just supporting that whole network. So I invite you to turn up your TVs and relax and enjoy yourselves. We've got a lot of talented people in this area, and they deserve to have a platform and be heard. And so this is what this is all about. So the first artist we've got for you tonight is, I've got my notes here, my little crib sheets, is Connor Beerling. So welcome, Connor.
Thank you.
I was lucky enough to hear your recording the other day. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
So you say your music is a true take on folk. So tell me a little bit about that and what your influences are.
So I think like one of my obvious influences is the Bob Dylan, but I only discovered him in the last few years really properly listened to his music. I grew up with people like Leonard Cohen and Woody Guthrie, and when I say my music's a true take on folk, I mean I try and bring out what folk's meant to bring out, like that rebelliousness, that that there's always going to be a brighter day kind of thing. But it's not just about protest music and stuff. There's also songs about love and the nuances of human nature, and I try to portray that through my music.
I really felt that actually listening to your set. There was a song that really struck me, your song How Could I Ask for More, about a homeless guy you met. And obviously homelessness is a real issue we have here in Thanet, and but I found it a really warm, positive take. So tell me a little bit about how you see music as a positive force and get your message across.
Well, that song in question, as I said, I wrote it after I had a very long conversation with a homeless man, and he made me realise that you don't need to have anything to be happy. He was still very happy, and he had literally nothing. But it made me angry that there are people that have everything and they're still not happy. And that's what I tried to get, that frustration and that anger across in this song, but also not just frustration and anger, but also that there's always positives no matter how down in the dumps you are. There's always a brighter day, like I say.
And obviously protest songs are more relevant than ever. The protest songs come back.
Yeah, I'm really hoping there's a revival in folk, because I think it's what people need right now, especially after the couple of years we've had.
Absolutely.
We need that music that carries that message.
Well, here you are, a new emerging artist, bringing it. It's brilliant. So tell me, how did you get involved with Pie Factory Music and their program, the Emerging Artists program? Well,
growing up in Thanet, I always heard about Pie Factory and I always wanted to be a part of it, but when I was younger, I was too scared to get into music and stuff like that. I was afraid of the music scene, because I was like, I don't have a chance really. I was like, I don't have a hope. But one of my friends was telling me about the Emerging Artists program and said, you've got to do this. You have to do this. Like, this is going to work so well for you, and it really has. It's been such a positive influence on my life, and it has helped change my life around recently. So
great. Well, that friend was right, definitely. And how have you found lockdown? How has it been for you, and how has it affected your music and you as an artist?
It's actually been quite fruitful for me music-wise. A lot of people I know have struggled through lockdown to write music, and well, obviously we can't perform music and stuff, but if anything, it's been well-needed break for me. It was a time to, you know, separate myself from the world and write and look at it properly. You know, look at the world and look at everything that's going wrong, not just with the virus. I'm talking about all of the injustices in the world, every single one of them. And it gave me a time to do that, and it gave me time to write these songs, which I'm very proud of.
So yeah, I mean, I think there's a strong possibility that it's the one of the positives that might come out of this year is that there's a fruitful period for artists, and like hopefully we're starting to experience that now.
Yeah.
And this is all part of it, and we're very, very pleased to have you here. Well, shall we move on and watch your set?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, this is Connor Beerling. Enjoy his set. Thank you.
This first song's called Blackbird in the Back Room. I loved you from the start, I'll love you till the end. How was I to know it was just round the bend? I asked, do you still love me? You said, well, it depends. You were just a summer love, I don't mean to offend, but you did. Silence was broken by the echoes in my mind. I just can't ignore that burning inside. Tried to forget you, but you're always inside. And I really don't think you should leave me tonight, but you did. Breaking my heart, and you don't even know. But I'm the fool that won't let it show. I normally have courage, but for you I lose control. But you still smile at me, even though you've seen my soul. Watch it grow. Sunken hollow eyes still fail to see. And I didn't have the time to repair my broken wings. Like a blackbird in the back room, with all my heart I sing. No matter how hard I try, I never seem to win, but you do. Maybe one day I'll talk, but for now I'm alright. I thought I'd broken through, I thought I saw the light. But my eyes were playing tricks on me, I knew it wasn't right. But baby, can we pretend just for one night? So we did. And this next song's called The Working Class. Wrote it from a perspective of an observation of my family. My grandfather was a hard-working man, riding around in his rusty van. When he came home, the pups they would howl till watches us now. He is a man of the working class. We gotta fight for our bread, or a pint of bitter, or a well-aged stout. That's what the working class is about. My grandmother was a hard-working cook, slaving over ovens and old tattered books. When she came home, she'd let out a big sigh. I don't feel like cooking tonight. She is a woman of the working class, fighting to put food in our belly, or to fill our chapped-lipped mouth. That's what the working class is about. My mother is a hard-working nurse, caring for others to fill her purse. But her purse will never be full, because our country is run by fools. She is a woman of the working class, fighting every day to save life, or to hold those who are bound to drown. That's what the working class is about. Hey! I am a man of the working class. I'll fight to make our voices heard, and bring the old system down. That's what the working class is about. Just changing the harmonicas. This next song's called Her Last Breath. I'll let you decide what you think about it. I saw her in the back room. She was wearing a fine dress. Everyone was in vibrant colors. I was drenched in darkness. And so I strolled up to her, black rose in my hand, a raven on my shoulder, and a pocket full of sand. She said, oh, how do you do? I said, well, I'm doing just fine. I looked her right in the eyes, took a sip of my red wine. She took a few steps by. She said she needed her space. Can't you see my head's in a mess, and I'm enjoying the race. And so I hit the road again. She said, baby, mind your step. I walked down the cobbled path towards her last breath. And so I walked all alone, bumming a cigarette. Looked over my right shoulder, came along that fine mistress. Was a tear on her shoulder, her makeup run down her face. She said, I think I made a mistake. She welcomed my warm embrace. And I put my hand in hers to make her feel less afraid. She said, oh boy, I love you, and I only realized today. This next song's called How Could I Ask for More? And, you know, there was one day I was walking around Canterbury town and I saw a homeless man, and it just put a lot of things into perspective. And, you know, I sat down and had a very long conversation with him. And, you know, it just made me realize how unfair life can be when you have some of the richest people, you know, hundreds of houses or whatever, and there's this one guy on the street that has nothing. There's folks driving around in fancy cars and walking around the town. And everywhere I look, people seem to be holding on to a frown. Whilst all the others, they're out working at 9 till 5. They're sitting in them bars and they're speaking the jive. I often ask, what are we fighting for? I just want to work How could I ask for more? Hey! See, I don't agree with billionaires, 'cause quite frankly it's unfair. And I don't agree with millionaires, but I guess I'll have to spare a thought or two for those hard workers that made their way to the top. Unless they built their fortunes off leaving others to rot. I often ask, what are we fighting for? I just want a world that we can all adore. How could I ask for more? Hey! So the next time you see a man lying on the ground, remember it takes just one act of kindness to turn it around. And remember that none of us are safe from that sight. Hell, who knows, man, you may have just saved his life. I often ask, what are we fighting for? I just want a world that we can all adore. How could I ask for more? Black or white, rich or poor, there are signs we can't ignore. Our wonderful world is on its knees, begging us please. Young or old, hot or cold, the same story is always told. There ain't long left, so let's make a change, put an end to a pain. Hey! War or peace, peasant or chief, it is our duty to wipe the slate clean. Walk with your brother hand in hand, it's time to make a stand. Life or death, right or left, there's no time to argue about what is best. No matter what lane, we all bleed the same, there's no time to waste. Hey! When the time comes, we must stand and fight. Your brothers and sisters by your side. Though we may die, we'll walk in the light and fight for what is right. This next song's called I Won't Let You Down. And it's a song I wrote for a friend of mine. You know, I went through a really bad time, and I wasn't there, so I wrote this. You've always been the brightest star. I'd worship you from afar. But things were so different then. You belong to him. You don't take kindly to warning. What happened that cold Sunday morning? I could tell by the look in those eyes. You were far from fine. Pinned you down, he stole your crown, he laid it on the ground. Your innocence was taken then, your name was spread around town. Oh, how I let you down. Things have all changed now, hang with a different crowd. Good people and good memories, no twisted love nor jealousy. Now we're free to explore things we couldn't before. So why don't you take my hand, throw away all of the plans. They'd hate us, berate us, but we're always one step ahead. Now's our time, don't need no sign, so why are we hanging around? I promise I won't let you down. No, I won't let you down. Yeah. So this is my final song now. It really reflects on the year that, you know, this world has suffered from. Not just, you know, the virus and such, but all of the injustices in the world. Every single one of them. It's called Tear It Down. He was a young man, you know, his mother weeps alone. She was a young girl, you know, her father drinks alone. And how many more must die before we realize it ain't a sign of the times, but a modern day crime. Tear it all down, tear it down, all to which we're bound. You're working a 9 till 9 just to make ends meet. You walk through the city at night, but you have to cross the street. They're meant to protect you, they bend the rules in their favor. terrified of boys in blue. They won't be the ones that save you. Tear it all down, tear it down, let your bravery be found. They're forcing people onto planes because their skin ain't pale. What did we expect from men that wear white veils and use silver tongues to rip families apart? Meeting peace with guns, what happened to having a heart? Tear it all down, tear it down, lay their weapons on the ground. When will we stand atop the Liberty Bell, ruin their master plan and damn them all to hell? Tear it all down, tear it down, end them blonde-haired clowns. There's not much left to take, so let's build a better day. Spin the wheels of fate and blow the winds of change. Tear it all down, tear it down, lay their weapons on the ground. Tear it all down, tear it down, let your bravery be found. Tear it all down, tear it down. All to which we're bound. Thank you.
Brilliant stuff there from Connor Beerling, some emotional stuff. I think some very proud grandparents, although I think the parents didn't quite get to watch it in time, so make sure you watch it back, folks, because you should be very proud. Another Connor now, making some parents very proud. Connor Stanfield from the band Malpractice. Pleasure to have you here, Connor.
Nice to be here.
I got to hear some of your practice the other day, and it's really some hard-hitting, powerful stuff. Tell me a little bit about your sound and what your influences are.
Well, it's easiest to just say that our sound is punk mainly. As a band, we're influenced by local bands, Slaves, Idols more recently. But at a personal level, I like bands like Daughters and then the Lemon Twigs. Our drummer's very into hip hop as well, so it's got a real eclectic sort of mix in it.
It's nice to have that mix, isn't it? Keeps it interesting. And what would you describe punk as today? Like, I mean, I was born in '77, so the year of punk. So how do you feel punk is relevant to what we're living through at the moment?
I think it's the same with like Connor's folk a minute ago. There's no music that's not political in some way or form, even if you say it's not. There's lots of people who get all arsey about it, but you need political music, no matter what. And even if it's not explicitly there, it's very important, and especially at the moment with, I don't know, like all the corruption in the world that there always has been, I suppose.
All art is political ultimately, isn't it? Everything is ultimately political, I guess. But yeah, I loved reading about you and hearing you, and what you're saying about so loud that you can feel it in your chest, like actual cosmic waves going through your chest. And I certainly got that from your practice. Loved it. I'm not pointing any fingers, but I think you might have even blown the PA. But that's we'll leave that there. How has lockdown been for you? How have you found it?
It's weird. I felt like for myself, there were moments where it allowed me to just completely write my own music and record. But as a band, it gave us time to evolve a bit that we needed. I think because we've been going since we were all 14, 15. Some of our stuff is very old and quite immature, and now we've matured a bit. It's nice to try and move on, and it gave us that space without having the pressure of writing new music or having to play a gig. It gave us time to do a bit of, I guess, admin, and also release our first single in the beginning of lockdown.
Oh wow! Where can we hear that?
You can hear it on all major streaming platforms.
That's excellent publicity training there. Brilliant. I didn't know that. So how old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 17.
So the band's been going for 3 years?
Yeah, it was our 3-year anniversary a month or so.
And are you the founder of the band?
Well, we all...
It's collaborative.
Collaboratively, yeah. But it was me who wanted to start a band, and then I got Matty, our drummer, involved, who then brought Leon, and then our former bass player, and then Ollie joined later, and Leon left, and then Leon came back.
Well, let's not get too into the band politics, because I'm sure it's all still on good terms. But yeah. So yeah, you talk about your music being transformative and cathartic. Tell us a little bit about what it means to you and how it helps you express yourself. And
well, I think it's like our music is by no means complex or anything. Well, punk never is, but it
doesn't need to be. Yeah.
No, it's just the songs we write are how we're feeling in a moment. Even if they're the stupidest songs in the world, it's how we're feeling. Then to be able to get on stage and then play them and sort of wear your heart on your sleeve, it's really quite something. That's why I'm so into music, and I'm sure the rest of the band will say the same. There's nothing like getting on stage and playing something you've written yourself. Well,
that comes to like, have you performed much live before lockdown? Did you get many
We'd only
chances?
We played a few gigs, but only 3 different venues. We played Ramsgate Music Hall, Elsewhere, which is down the road.
Yeah, I'm very aware of both those venues, but can I just say there are other venues available? I'm a big fan of both of those venues.
We've wanted to play here for a while, actually. And
let's talk. Let's talk. Get your people to talk to my people. We'll see what we can arrange. How did you hear about Pie Factory Records and this program? How has it been for you?
Through our first release, we did it with another youth charity, Arts Education Exchange in Margate. And through that, I was put in contact with Steph, and I had a little meeting when we talked about opportunities for young people in Thanet. And then a few months later, I got some messages from Pie Factory asking me if I want to be part of the emerging artists. And at first, I was a bit apprehensive because I thought it would be too much to deal with. But I'm so glad I said yes to it, because being over Zoom, because I'm in Whitstable and it's a bit of a trek for me to get there. But
posh boy.
Yeah, no, I am. Yeah,
sorry, just
we all are because we live in Kent. But yeah, I'm so glad I did it, and it's been great to be able to organise an event with some other great musicians.
Yeah, well, what's become aware to me tonight is that there's a real camaraderie between you all, and you're all different music types and genres, but also you haven't actually met in person, some of you, but there's a real strong group feeling, which is that's a positive, I guess, that's come out of lockdown.
Yeah, for sure. It's very odd. Like people we've spoken to on Zoom for however many months, and you meet them, it's like you already know them.
Yeah. I mean, I struggle with Zoom, but maybe that's just because I'm an old fogey. But I mean, it's the best we've had, and it's good that there's been as much creativity as there has been, thanks to it, I guess. What's next for you in Malpractice? What are you looking forward to and hoping for when things start going back to normal, which they are slowly?
We'd like to play some more gigs, and we want to get back on the stage.
Get the hint.
Yeah.
Okay.
book us.
I will. Well, all right. Without further ado, I think let's hear your set, which I think will. And this one, you definitely have to turn the volume up. We want to get that that chest cavity reverberating, please. So enjoy Connor Stanfield and his band Malpractice.
turns bipolar. Deja vu, same day over and over. Trapped in their shit, I think of the world. They say it wouldn't be like this when she was a girl. She's turning necks, she's turning heads. She's making people think that they are fucking dead. Oh no, where do we go from here? Is it worth me trying? Or is it worth me crying? Or is it worth me smiling? Cause I'ma be the one surviving. I'ma be the one surviving. I'ma be the one surviving. Those last two songs were Trial and Error and Unnamed. Oh, Nelly.
This one's called Deep Secret.
Yours was the heart to which mine was tied. A foster left when deep intertwined. As days turned to months and months turned to past, I left you, searching for the reason for your inadequacy. The answer was always me. I treated you like a project, something to work on in my spare time, leaving you to wonder. Dark thoughts consumed your mind. I'm glad you escaped from that terrible trap where nightmares come to life in which you felt at home. And now I feel alone, desperate, clingy, shot to the bone. Oftentimes there's conflict in my mind. I've never once felt peace since the last time you laid your head on my chest and you felt your most at ease. I tried to find someone new, but every person that I found just led me back to you. The butterflies in my stomach, I've never once felt the same. I'm trying to meet new people, but the loneliest just won't fade. next day. People that accept it to run free with it, but they will one day know that it's not a concept and will one day die out, and they'll leave this world hopeless and afraid and with nothing left. like me. Black kids seen as vicious, but really everyone's malicious. Stuff like this is not that rare. The government just don't care. Don't care. Don't care. We don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. We don't care. Don't care.
Of destruction! Kings of destruction! Kings of destruction!
No one knows your name, but they know mine. This is because I work full time. You've been taken from the line and hung out to dry, out to dry, out to dry!
Kings of destruction! Kings of destruction!
Now I own your name, but you don't own mine. This is because I work full time. You've been taken from the line and put out to dry, out to dry, out to dry!
Kings of destruction! Kings of destruction!
That was Kings of Destruction. And the one before? What's the one before? Don't Care.
These are our last 3 songs.
Lovely stuff.
So much violence in the street. Every day see people beating off their feet. The world we live in is dirt. The world we live in is dirt. What is this world coming to? Viewing African children like they're in a zoo. The world we live in is dirt. The world we live in is dirt. Legally or Holocaust is a threat. Ladies and gentlemen, please come up and place your bet. The world we live in is dirt. 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 Rise of police brutality. Why is this becoming a normality? The world we live in is dirt. The world we live in is dirt. Apparently war is underrated, but I've seen what people have been obliterated. The world we live in is dirt. The world we live in is dirt. Nuclear holocaust is a threat. Ladies and gentlemen, please come up and place your bet. The world we live in is dirt. The world we live in is dirt. The world we live in is dirt. The world we live in is dirt.
2, 3, 4. The world we live in is doomed. The world we live in is doomed. The world we live in is doomed. The world we live in. The world we live in is doomed. This next song is called Lemo. Yeah, I don't know. Cooking on the floor, cooking to the door, in the toilets of the clubs, begging you for more. Cooking for the fair, cooking everywhere. Just becomes keep asking and you go and spare. Cooking on the floor, cooking to the door, in the toilets of the clubs, begging you for more. Cooking for the fair, cooking everywhere. Just can't keep asking and you go and spare. Lemo! Strangers' cars, still shooting bikes and bars. You're always up to something, never stay still. The city's done yourself to the thrill. Crying about the lines you score like it's a fucking skill. Lemo, 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 outside your home, without your keys and without your phone. You're found there by a friend, nothing malicious you intend. Slapped up against the wall, walk so slow to the walk into a cruel. Just to make yourself sink or you made yourself look like a fool. Skin faded, looking like a ghost, your house been raided, 20 years at most. Skin faded, looking like a ghost, your house been raided, 20 years at most. This is our last song. It's called Symbols. It's out on Spotify. It's our first release. It's been a year since we put it out. Thank you for having us. We hope you enjoy. Stop that, get off your keys. To impress the people you desperately want to please. Some struggle abuse, you look deceased, and if your mum found out, she'd break or leave. This so-called gang don't want your company, they only want you for your drug money. Stealing things behind your back, try and get a grab, but you're addicted to crack. Symbols, symbols, what a symbol. Symbols, symbols, what a symbol. Your family name, treating drugs like a fucking game. I wouldn't be surprised if you are arrested, a waste of all the time that your parents invested. And even deep down, I think you know your entire existence is a fucking joke. You're not a man, you're a boy, used by men like a fucking toy. Symbol, what a symbol, symbol, what a symbol. Watch out for the symbols. Symbols, symbols, symbols. Watch out for the symbols. Symbols, symbols, symbols. Watch out for the symbols. Symbols, thank you for having us, Tom Thumb Theatre. We've been Malpractice. You can find us on Instagram at Malpractice Band. We hope you enjoyed it, and then thank you. Yeah. Well, that's nice.
That was Malpractice, Connor Stanfield there for you, which I hope you were feeling the reverberations in your chest cavities. It's powerful stuff, I think, a band to look out for. I'm now very lucky to be joined on stage by Zico. Hey Zico, how you doing?
I'm not too bad, thank you. How are you?
Cool. I'm very good, thank you for asking. I was lucky enough to catch Zico's set the other day when he recorded it, and it was very smooth, I have to say. You're a rapper, right?
Yeah.
But you don't like to be labelled. What other musical genres would you say your music covers?
I don't know. It's more of a like alternative R&B kind of vibes. I like the chilled out but wavy. That's what I like, because that's just the kind of guy I am. So that's the kind of music I like to.
Chilled out and wavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I certainly got the X, which was Sweet Like Mango, which my head.
Yeah, unreleased.
You saw it here first. Am I right to say that this? When I saw you, tell me a little bit about your right hand man. Is it?
Yeah. Big shout out to Gas Carter. Yeah. We actually, funny enough, met through Pi. So
okay.
That's how we established that relationship, and ever since then, he's been my boy in it. So
You seem to work really well together and
yeah,
know each other's grooves. Sorry, I'm sounding old now. I'm going to stop trying that. Who would you cite as your main musical influences?
I would say my peers actually, because and my mum actually, because music runs throughout my family, and I like to with my family, with my cousins especially. I know you guys are watching. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah, we love to like rap over beats, or we'd be at my nan's house and then we just be banging out music and just chatting the most of rubbish. And it's one of them vibes that if you could take it seriously and if you can have fun with it, then why not just do it?
Well, exactly. I think it's important for people out there, especially young people, to know that arts is viable. You know, like being told that we have to choose a sensible career option. It's BS, quite frankly.
For real.
And I think Pie Factory are doing an amazing job of supporting young people and getting the art out there. So it's brilliant.
And so are you, because you're giving us the platform.
Mate,
so
thank you for saying that. Yeah. But I'm very pleased to be part of it. How have you found lockdown? Has it been a fruitful time for you creatively?
I can't lie. Lockdown's been an eye opener, because I was procrastinating with the things that I had to do, and with music, it's a nice thing to do. But if you're not focused, you lose where you're actually going, because you won't see the vision. So lockdown really made me see, wow, some people who wasn't even known is now known because of their drivenness in lockdown. So
the drive is important. I wish I had that foresight when I was 17, and I hope my son who's 10 does when he's 17. But I mean, I find this whole thing, like meeting you guys and working with young artists in Thanet, very encouraging. That that there's the opportunities are here. You don't have to go to big cities. There's cool things happening around where we live, right? Yeah.
It's just more people need to get on and understand that there's people, once you put yourself out there, if you're ready for the next step, then this next step will come to you.
And how did Pie Factory come to you? How did they enter in your life?
I went to a normal Pie session, and then I heard about immersion artists, and from then I just was like, yeah, let's go.
Brilliant. Well, we're pleased you did. And what's next for you, do you think, after this? We're like going out of lockdown, what are your hopes and dreams?
To record my first music video, like professionally, like instead of using like my mum's phone or something, I would like to actually be able to get a music video completed and release on a good platform.
There's a lot to be said for, like, you know, homemade DIY stuff. I think it's kind of keeping it real, as you know. But yeah, I'm sure that will happen for you soon. Yeah, well, mate, it's lovely to have you here, and let's have a little look at your set, which I really enjoyed the other day. So, ladies and gentlemen at home, this is Zico.
So this shit crazy.
Yo, let me see. Yeah, shit, nah, man, Rosie, that's man. See ya, man, know about. Got the rice to spread like. Yo, let's go. Let me see. Oh shit, nah like me. Down my broski, that's my G. See your man, them know about me. Got the rice to spread like yeast. Making money, we cool that P. Going trees from south and east. What? No, can't end this beef. Let me see. Oh shit, nah like me. Down my broski, that's my G. See your man, them know about me. Got the rice to spread like yeast. Making money, we cool that P. Going trees from south and east. What? No, can't end this beef. If you see get slide, get hit, fry that fish get fried. Don't beg her for life like a bitch. Yeah, I really can't stand that shit.
Nah.
Don't care if you back your shit. I back my boys, I back my crew.
100.
Be running for the hills like
what?
Martin G. Don't blast up DK, no Susu. Everybody knows what's what. If I come to your block, then shit got popped. You know that shit got. Let me see. Oh shit, nah like me. Down my broski, that's my G. See your man, them know about me. Let me see. Oh shit, nah like me. Down my broski, that's my G. See your man, them know about we. Got the rice to spread like yeast. Making money, we cool that P. Going trees from south and east. What? You know can't end this.
These brothers are dumb, these brothers are stupid. Talk about riding out, but I don't see a full clip.
Never.
Talk about pulling up, burning clutch, it makes you look foolish. DK, pull up at your block like it's a school trip. Hardly a Spartan, but they call me the cool kid. Them boys chat bad, but it's all bullshit. What? Let me see. But true say you got rushed by the youngest G.
Where you running?
If you're bad, come bring it. Let me see. Cause none of your man ever touched DK or me. Let me see. Let me see. Where you hiding? Ain't searching, but gonna find him. Cause the shock of their life lurking behind him. 4 man up, divided by 2, let's divide him. Ain't saying I'm a driller, but the drillers in the gang and I'm right beside him. And I dare you, try him. Long time no clip, let's reunite him. Thunder and lightning, the whole block silent. No witness, get the block popping, ain't talking litness. More slacks car, we chasing richness. Gang don't need gym, chasing ops keeps up the fitness. Let's swing this back to ZK. The whole music scene, yeah, we're coming to switch this.
Swing back to me, that's ZK. Me and my pins put the rhythm and get paid. I'm trying to chill with a girl and get laid. Don't even support aid, don't even have plan B. Should I dry one, call her Sandy? Should I sweet one, call her Brandy? When I said fish get fried, you know we ain't talking scampi. Let me see.
Ain't
Oh
no
shit, nah like me. That my broski, that's my G. See your man, them know about me. Got the rice to spread like yeast. Making money, we cool that P. Going trees from south and east. What? You know can't end this beef. Let me see.
Ain't
Oh
no
shit, nah like me. That my broski, that's my G. See your man, them know about we. Got the rice to spread like yeast. Making money, we cool that P. Going trees from south and east. What? You know can't end this. Not today. Big up gas, you know. It's more of a chilled out vibe now. Little love song for the girl them. I'm a sweet boy. Yo, yo, baby, can you love me? If you let me love you, I just wanna treat you right and tell you that I love you. I ain't tryna do you wrong or put no one above you, except from my mum, but you know that she likes you. Baby, can you love me? If you let me love you, I just wanna do you right and do you one above you. I ain't tryna do you wrong or put no one above you, except from my mum, but you know that she likes you. Let me love you, let me hold you tight. I can be your diamond, you can be my kryptonite. I just wanna give you high if you feel my right, baby girl, you seem alright, so wanna stay the night. I ain't tryna fuck unless you want to. I just wanna kiss and hold and love you. Baby girl, can you be my boo? Baby girl, can you let me love you? Aye, yo, let me love you. I ain't tryna fuck around, babe, I'm tryna cuff you. We can go travel the world, I'm tryna love you. Wow, got me smiling when you come back around. I feel something special with you. I ain't tryna lie, full connect with you. Wanna take you out, babe, for a dinner for two. Wanna see how you're feeling, cause you know that I'm feeling you, boo. Aye, you wanna see if you're a ride or die, sweet one. Tryna see if you're on my side, cause you're special. Got me feeling high of life, yeah. Really tryna see you in my life. So, aye, you should let me love you. I ain't wasting time, you should let me cuff you. Yeah, you know I'm better than your last man. So, aye, baby, can you love me? If you let me love you, I just wanna treat you right and tell you that I love you. I ain't tryna do you wrong and put no one above you, except for my mum, but you know that she likes you. Baby, can you love me? If you let me love you, I just wanna treat you right and put no one above you. I just wanna treat you right and put no one above you, except for my mum, but you know that she likes you. Let me love you, let me hold you tight. You can be my diamond, I can be a kryptonite. I can give you my heart if you see my right. Baby girl, you see my right, so wanna stay the night. I ain't tryna fuck unless you want to. I just wanna kiss and hold and love you. Baby girl, can you be my boo? Baby girl, can you let me love you? Aye, let me love you. 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 So
How am I doing? That's all right. Sorry, a few technical hiccups there. Yeah, she's hoping to start writing some of her own material, which I really hope she does, because she's a very, very talented singer, and I look forward to hearing some of her own personal material. And we'd love to have her back here at the Tom Thumb. She's a very honest and vulnerable performer, which I think is a very special thing. So, yeah, it's enough from me. Let's just see Mollie Clarke's set. I hope you enjoy.
So beautiful, makes me wanna believe he's got a heart of gold that nobody can see, bringing party favors, dollar bills rolling nice and neat. Party boy, you took too much, it's time for you to leave. I want you, baby, but you're making it so hard. I try to bite the bullet. Too
That was the very talented Mollie Clarke. I think I got cut off a little bit before, so I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about her. She's performing covers, and she's come back to singing after a bit of a hiatus. I think Pie Factory has really helped her to sort of find her voice again, and she says she finds it a very safe space, and it's helped her hone her technique. And I think you can see that in that recording. She's really holding the camera. It's powerful stuff, and I think she's got a great band behind her. Should probably mention an honourable mention to Connor Stanford, who you may have recognised from the previous performance. Multi-talented there. You know, when you're a talented musician, you're in demand. Yeah, she's very much hoping to write her own material, which we really look forward to and would love to hear here at the Tom Thumb. And I think she's a very honest and vulnerable performer, which makes her very captivating. Yeah, so moving now on to our final act of the evening, we have Adam Pullman. Hi, Adam.
Good evening.
How you doing?
Not too bad.
And your band is called Rat's Nest.
It is indeed.
My nickname's Ratty, so you know,
it's destined.
I'm a fan already. I'm a fan already.
Coming, you know.
So, would you say you were a punk band?
I mean, from the, I guess, as core, yes, we are a punk band. But you know, the term punk, I think, should be of a more looser term and just be more of an idea than a sound. Personally, I don't know how people that's going to upset, but you know, tough.
Well, I think punk evolves, doesn't it? It's an attitude.
Oh, definitely, and the evolution, I think, is the most important part of that sentence.
The old timers that don't evolve with it are kind of missing the point slightly.
100% agreed.
That's coming from an old timer. Yeah. Yeah. So I like this quote here: "Punk music for the, underlooked rodents."
Yes, definitely. How I think when we thought of this, especially when we started off earlier, kind of felt more like underdogs and outsiders. I know I felt like that personally as a person as well. So kind of write, especially when we write songs, I know I always try to look at it from that view of myself as well, because no one can write about myself better than me. So
write about what you know.
That's exactly what I know and how I think. So yeah, no, I definitely think underlooked rodents is a good way to describe that to people, with also keeping in brand as well.
I like that. You don't look particularly rodenty, just saying. Yeah. So unfortunately, I'm very sorry to say I missed your recording. So I'm really looking forward to seeing it. But you had a whole tour planned before. You're quite experienced, aren't you? You've been around for how long now?
Oh, we've been around about 4 or 5 years now. I think playing live 4 years. I think we're technically being on to.
That's a lifetime in music terms.
Take away a year if you count last year, really. But
so you've toured before, but you also lockdown sort of cut a tour you had planned in half.
Yeah, there was a lot of shows planned for last year, and that all kind of, I know our last gig was in Leeds a few days before first lockdown, so it just kind of just went after, you know, disappeared out of thin air. So obviously it was a bit of a bummer, but obviously there was a reason why we were in lockdown. There was obviously a safety reason. So
of course, doesn't make it any less frustrating though when there's a lot of work goes into touring.
Yes,
I know, and
definitely
it's hard for a young band to make money, and touring is quite often the only way, isn't it? So I'm sorry to hear that, but hopefully you can pick it up again.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna. I mean, again, it feels like a fresh new start. It feels like a fresh new start for everyone as well. So we're gonna treat that as a band as well, a fresh start, and see where we're gonna go and what's coming next, really.
Well, what do you think is coming next? What do you hope for?
Ooh, I mean, I think we're gonna look back at ourselves as a band and see where we want to go as people in the band as well, like musically where we want to go. So I feel like we're gonna.
That's deep.
Have no, thank you. Have no like step backs or anything, and just, you know, do what we want to do, what makes us feel good and enjoy music.
That sounds a very good plan to me. Are you looking forward to playing to live audiences again?
Definitely so much. I mean, it felt so surreal when we performed for this as well, kind of setting up a drum kit and all that, and kind of being, oh, we're actually doing this. It's been a while.
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's lovely to have people back in the building, and you know that's exciting. But it's also, yeah, I feel for you, because as a performer, not having an audience to feed off and have to perform to cameras, it's hard. Like this right now, it's not awkward at all.
Very camera cut.
But you know, it's what we've got to work with, and I feel like this is a great way to sort of ease back into the thing, and we're really happy to have you here. Tell me a little bit more about any musical influences you have as a band.
I mean, we are all completely different and similar in music taste as well. We have so many different aspects. I come from, like, I was kind of more of like a musician. I was a bit of more of an indie kid earlier. I was like classical rock years as a kid, but then I just started listening to everything and anything, and our drum is a bit more heavier, and again our bass is a bit more heavier, but then comes from like influences from like Japan and everything. So we're all kind of all over the place musically, and
Japan
we try
can get heavy.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's what he shows me when he has any time in the day too. So we'll just bring everything we can on the table and try to make it work.
Brilliant. Well, that's what a good band is bringing everyone's influences to the table. So so tell me how. I'm sorry to ask the same question again, but it's an important one. But how have you found lockdown? How has it affected you as an artist?
I mean, it's been a bit of a struggle, kind of when everything just like disappears from you, like the rug can be taken. And I know, especially there was a lot of anger, especially at the beginning, and I was able to use that anger to create music and art. Especially there when we rewrote a song during lockdown, and it's actually released now, all available on all platforms. And but you know, ever since kind of that like build up, and then being able to have that release of them writing it, performing it, and releasing it and stuff, it's then just kind of been very like, where do I go from here? And it's just trying to figure out where I see myself, and like writing and all that. So yeah. So the ups and downs of the new lockdown life that we've been living.
At least you've got music, man.
Exactly,
at least you've got music.
Definitely.
It's got us through a lot of tight spots, and I'm very excited to hopefully have all of you guys tonight play at the Tom Thumb at some point through collaborating with Pie Factory. I'm really pleased to have made you all your acquaintance. I don't really know what else to say. Anything else you want to add?
Oh, I mean, this
put you on the spot there.
Oh yeah, it's very on the spot. It's
Sorry.
usually like it's usually the plug segment. I know in most
interviews
it's always that part where it's like, here's a clip from the film that you're in.
Yeah, well, what I wanted to say was, everyone that's listening, please go out and search all of these young artists, because they really deserve a sort of bump up, and stream their stuff. You know, buy their stuff where you can on Bandcamp, and they're very talented, and they're making a really good start, and let's support them in that. I'm going to shut up now, but thank you. Well, we're going to do thank yous after, aren't we? But yeah, let's listen to Adam Pullman and his very exciting band Rat's Nest.
First one's called Terror. What's so stinking about it? Walking down his path that has been forgotten, I stand here alone, wondering, dwelling on my own extinction. I need another chance to live, a resurrection of my only savior is me. No more life in terror. Another strife to remember. No more life in terror. Another memory upon will. Just give me a chance, but I'm out of time. Don't worry about me, 'cause I'll be fine. And know my life in terror. Whoa, another strike to remember. Whoa, and know my life in terror. Whoa, another memory forever. Whoa, walking down this path that has been forgotten. I stand here alone, wondering, do I live on my own extinction? I need another chance to live, a resurrection, but my only savior is me. No more life in terror. Whoa, another strike to remember. Whoa, no more life in terror. Whoa, another memory forever. Whoa, no more life, no more life, no more life. No more life, no more life, no more life. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We're a band called Rats Nest, all the way from the southeast called Funny. This is a newer song, and it's called It Was the Year of the Rats, where I lost my faith in humanity. Because there was so much hate, there's no room to breathe. Bodies back to fall before the other hands and crossing it all. Stretching the gap whilst ignoring their rule. Texture of hate when society's full. A year of hate, a year of fear. Another year without change here. You never felt so alone, gathering divided. It was the year of the rat. But there's the plague dogs and grave robbers. Just better to play. Okay, so well, but that affected my mental state. It was a year at the rush where I lost my faith in humanity. 'Cause there was so much hate and so room to be. We're gonna tear out your statue, and we'll tie all your speeches. And if you try to stop us, you shall fall on the beach. You'll see an event, travel like the seaway. Let them check, they'll let say that you can't destroy that. Should pay this country, victim of crime, we're free. Send it to the gun, it's willing to change today. It was the year of the rush, where I lost my faith in humanity. Is there so much hate, there's no room to be. Where you see they say it's unity, community. One thing's to selfish makes no room to breathe. Smoke to smoke, these cabin heads are out of date. Let them spy, let us seal their face. It was the year of the rat, where I lost my faith in humanity. 'Cause there was so much hate, there's no room to breathe. It was the year of the rat. Whoa, whoa, where I lost my faith. Whoa, 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 whoa. There was so much hate, there's no room to breathe. It was the year of the rat, where I lost my faith in humanity. As it was a year became victim of uncertainty, the year of the rat. So forget your pride. humanity slide. And to those that had died, we couldn't even tell them how we tried. Thank you very much, Wembley Stadium, the crowd we can hear for miles. Keep it short and sweet. This next one is a song about a bad man who got away with a bad thing, and it's called Executioner's Night. Kicks in the door, kicks in the tape, then he hears the sirens of the police. We're coming for you tonight, when the dark consumes the light. It's executioner's night, we're here to make it right. You can run and you can hide, and you can try to stay alive. But you won't survive, you won't survive. Too late to turn back, the cops are near. He looks up and sees the children staring at him in fear. How come he has more lost in place? He gets nothing but anxiety streaming down the face. Can't go to jail, he would have lost a day. The children will grow and fade away. To bleed insanity, that's all you need. 6 years later we watch the streets free. Turn to hey, hey, love, love, turn to hey, hey, love, love, turn to hey, love, love, turn to hey, 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 hey, for you tonight, when the dark consumes the light. It's executioner's night, we're here to make it right. You can run and you can hide, and you can try to stay alive. But you won't survive, you won't survive. You won't survive, you won't survive. You won't survive, you won't survive. Woo! It's been a while for gigs for many people. Band stuff, if this was a normal gig in Christians, I'd plug merch, but we don't have merch. We have music out, that's fun. This is a few from our debut album, State Suspicion. This one's about people being arseholes. It's called Beneath the Skin. stay the same. Take off that mask, mate, and show your face. Beneath the skin, you're just a hollow shell of the human that you once were. Beneath the skin, you hide as someone else, like a two-faced coin left in the dirt, left in the dirt. With a knife pulled from your soul, you wave it around like it's your only goal. Our lives were meant to be. You can try to hide in front of me, 'cause I have seen it all before. These things will never change. You'll always stay the same. That stick still remain, but the skin you wear is fake. Beneath the skin, you're just a hollow shell of the human that you once were. Beneath the skin, you hide as someone else, like a two-faced coin left in the dirt, left in the dirt. Thank you so much for checking out our live stream. This is another track of our debut album, State Suspicion. It's called Wise Man. I'm living through the times when I'm alive, but not for when I die. The shadows are telling me the time is near. If the hammer beats is meant to be my friend, then why is it choking me? What's a wise man said to me? Destroy their hope and prophecy. What's a wise man said to me? Destroy their hope and prophecy. I started to believe, then I was deceived. Now my only friend is nowhere to be seen. So I searched the night for a reason to fight, 'cause I wanted them more. 2, 3, 4. What's a wise man said to me? Destroy their hopes and prophecy. What's a wise man said to me? Destroy their hopes and prophecy. What's a wise man said to me? 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 Once a wise man said to me, destroy the host and prophecy. Once a wise man said to me, destroy the host and prophecy. Once a wise man said to me, once a wise man said to me, once a wise man said to me, once a wise man said to me. There's another track for Baby State Suspicion. This one's called The Kids. Shout out to two members over there and the camera guy on the south right. Everybody likes to talk about my generation like it's been the same since '65. We shove the dagger in and say we don't know what it's like to be alive. But I get it. The boom is bloomed on the chemical spotlight, just so everyone else can decompose. But they don't want their kids to ever grow up. Our generation shit. Our generation sucks. What they don't know is that the kids are thinking smart. How the hell can we live our way when the fight control is born and a minute away? You can never get away from the blight that's got no modern world. The kids have no start. The kids have no start. When you tell them man is the fool, you judge their pockets and pride. But it's you who supply. They don't want their kids to ever grow up. Our generation shit. Our generation sucks. But what they don't know is that the kids are thinking smart. They don't want their kids to ever grow up. Our generation shit. Our generation sucks. But what they don't know is that the kids are thinking smart. Whoa. Kids have no start, they have no start. We've got one more for you, and then we must bid you adieu. Weeping Ratsness, thank you for taking the time out to listen to us. Live music back, let's hope it stays like that. This next one's called Enemies, and it's a fast one. Cheers. Enemies! of the innocent. Enemies, enemies, you're all your place to go. Enemies, enemies, the horror that you manifest. Burning straight into my skull, no one for us anymore. Don't you hate me, no you but me. The size of those that live, abusing the weak. The act of God's salvation. Thank you. We'll see you soon.
That was Adam Rat's Nest. Brilliant stuff. And let's see if we can make sure the second half of their tour happens. That got postponed because of lockdown. That's the end of Revival. I think if you've been watching throughout, you'll agree it's been a really exciting evening of a lot of very young, talented people, and they're all Thanet based, and they're brought to you thanks to Pie Factory Music. And, you know, we're here at the Tom Thumb, but we didn't find them. Yeah, so it's been brilliant. We've had Connor Beerling, we've had Connor Stanfield with his band Malpractice, we've had Zico, super smooth. We've had Mollie Clarke, who, big shout out to you. Sorry you weren't here tonight. You were fantastic. And we have had Adam Pullman just then. So, yeah, biggest thanks goes out to you as the artists, because without you, we've got nothing to show, and venues like ours don't exist. So it's all about the talent, ultimately. But big thank yous to Pie Factory Music and the whole team, the Pie Factory Youth, for bringing these acts to us here at the Tom Thumb. A massive thank you to our technical team here at the Tom Thumb, Sean Prickimage, Sean Goldring, and everyone else that's been involved in our streaming program. And a very big thank you to Youth Music, who have funded Pie Factory and made all this possible. Long may it continue, because I've got a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old, and I want them to be able to utilise brilliant things like this. But all that's left to be said really is go out there, stream all these young artists' music, because they thoroughly deserve your support. And a very big thank you to everyone out there that's tuned in tonight and watched, because otherwise we're just shouting in the void, aren't we? But I've really enjoyed tonight, and it's made me very excited about the talent that Thanet has to offer, and excited to be a venue here. And yeah, thanks for watching. Happy summer.